Gurubhyo Namah. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 7, Jnana-Vijnana Yoga, Sloka 10. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimadamasmi tejas tejasvinamaham. Sloka 11. Balam balavadam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshapha. O Arjuna, you should understand me as the one who is a permanent seat of all the life existing, the intellect of the intellectuals, and the radiance of the ones who radiate is also me. The unattached and unassociated strength of the strongest is also me. O Bharatashrestha, the attachment in line with dharma of the lives too is me. All generated from the Supreme. All the life that is present is generated from there. It is all that is the same. It is that same Atman which is all around. The highest of the levels in everything is that Supreme itself. The life which is transformed to various shapes and forms is present in that seed. The true knowledge in the most subtle manner is there seen in those. The subtle consciousness is the one which is seen everywhere. It takes the form and shapes that it needs. It became all the form and the shape that we see. In actuality, it is the one which got transformed into many. Sloka 12. Ye chaiva sattvika bhava rajasastamasascha matta eveti tan vidhi nattvaham teshu te mai. Whatever bhavas are existing, whether it is sattvika, rajasa or tamasa, understand that it all generated from me. I am not in it, but it is in me. As said previously too, there is nothing existing in the manner of good and the bad. Whether the values of sattvic, rajas and tamas are considered, it all had got generated from the Supreme itself. Here, it can be seen that in all those the Supreme does not exist, but in Supreme all those are existing. From that, it can be clearly understood that the abundance or the space that is existing everywhere is the space of the Supreme itself. We are actually existing in it. What all actions or things happen, it is happening in the Atman itself. In the Supreme itself, it is happening. Sloka 13. Tribhir gunamair bhavai ebhi sarvamidam jagat mohidam nabhijanati mamebhya paramavyayam. All these worlds are desired in these three bhavas with these forms of gunas. Hence, no one is identifying me who is ever existing and free from it. For the Supreme, though everything got generated from there, but for any of the type of generation, the Supreme is not the reason. If anything got generated or any form was produced from the Supreme, it came out of a limitation. To limit the form and come back to the source is what is happening during the path of realization. The reason behind the generation, sustaining and destruction is that Supreme itself, but none of the same will be affecting the Supreme at all. It is free from any of the associations or attachments. Sloka 14. Daivi hesha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mame vaye prapadyante maya metam tarandite. Why? Because This Maya, the one which is of the nature of three gunas and is of great nature, is difficult to overcome. The one who devote on me alone will move ahead of this Maya or illusion. This world is completely Maya. To live in that illusion and to come out of it, only the surrenderance in Guru is a solution. It all gets generated from there and everything gets subsided over there. Only oneness exists there. No condition of the duality can be seen. If duality is seen anywhere, it is of the nature of ignorance. That condition of ignorance can only be overcome by true knowledge. To attain that true knowledge, Guru alone is the way for everyone. That realization of true knowledge happens differently to everyone. As per the state that one is in, based on that, the true knowledge will get revealed for each individual. Sloka 15. Namam dushkritino modha prapadyante narathama mayaya apahridajnana asuram bhavamasrita. The one who attained the level of Asura after losing the true knowledge due to Maya or illusion, the one who does the demonly actions as well as the inhuman ones who are ignorant, they will not accomplish me. If one gets trapped in the Maya or the illusion, the vision of the Absolute will be hindered. Their attachments and material pleasures always have the capability to drag everyone towards it. When the intention comes, if one goes along with the flow, the self cannot be realized. Towards the trap of Maya, one already has reached. In one way or the other, we are all asuras. If we are not doing the things in the manner in which it should be done, we will not be reaching from where it all started. Towards that one from which we all parted once, we will not be able to get back towards that position. Sloka 16. Chadurvida bhajande mam jana sukritino Arjuna arto jignasurartharti jnani cha bharatarshapha. O Arjuna, virtuous ones of four kinds are worshipping me. The Arthas, Jignasu, Artharti and Jnani. The one who worships the Absolute are of four types. All these four kinds will always look for the Absolute and work on it. These include the Arthas, Jignasu, Artharti and Jnani. Artha is the one who seeks for something from the Absolute. To get something, Artha stays in the path of the Supreme. Jignasu is the one who seeks to know the knowledge behind everything that it interacts with. Artharti is the one who seeks for the pleasures and joy from the Absolute. For getting the same in life, he who is in the state of Artharti seeks the Absolute. Then comes the level of Jnani, which is of particular interest when the Absolute is considered. Sloka 17. Tesham jnani nityayukta eka bhaktir vishishyate priyo hi jnani nyotyartham aham sacha mama priya. Out of these four devotees, the ever-existing in Yoganishta, the one who worships only the one, the Jnani is the most auspicious. Why? Because for Jnani, I am the dearest, and for me too is the same. The Jnani is the one who realizes the Absolute. The reality of the Atman is known to the Jnani. He who is in that level will be completely submerged in the Supreme. There, one cannot see the distinction between anything. The attachment towards anything will not exist. Complete level of independence is experienced in Jnani. Since the Jnani exists not for any materialistic gains or pleasures, there the similarity towards the Supreme can be seen. Sloka 18. Udara sarva evaite jnani tvatmaiva me matam astidassa hi yuktatma mameva gatim. All these are auspicious, but I think the Jnani is my Atman itself. Jnani, always with the mind and intellect affirmed in me, exists in me itself, which is the ultimate. The Supreme itself is the Jnani. When one transforms into various levels, if the level of Jnani is attained, he will become the Supreme itself. The realization will be happening there. In the Jnani, complete freeness without any thinking of duality can be seen. Sloka 19. Bahunam janmanam ande jnanavan mam prapatyade vasudeva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. After a lot of births, the Jnani, after knowing that everything is that Vasudevan itself, attains me. That Mahatman or Great One is very rare to be found. When one understands that it is all that One which got transformed into all these forms, when that realization of the truth happens, Jnani attains the Supreme itself. Everything, all the forms that we see, comes out of the vasanas and its interaction. When that understanding of the subtle consciousness happens, one gets elevated to the level of the Absolute. In Jnani, the Supreme can be seen. It becomes one. Further discussion on the same will be continued.